Hello, everybody. This is Stephen. Today, I have the permission of a client of mine to record a session. And obviously, this is an avatar that he has on the screen because I'm protecting his anonymity. I didn't want to show his video, and I don't want him to say his name either. And I'm not going to say it, but I appreciate his willingness to record one of these sessions because it's much easier for people to understand what I do and what the results are if they see an actual session versus just having a description or a testimonial. So, um, what is it that you'd like to work on today?
Uh, Today, I want to work about my identity.
Okay.
My identity.
We talked about this previously. So I don't expect most clients to come to me and say, I want to work on my identity, but this is something that we talked about previously off the recording. Could you tell me what kind of negative symptoms or experiences that you're having that that prompted us to say that we wanted to work on your identity? What kind of negative experiences have you been having?
Okay. I have I have been having no. Uh, I had had self-shame,
Okay.
inner conflict,
Okay.
dependence to others.
Dependence on others. Okay.
Yes, don't believe myself.
Don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, not believing in myself. And a fear, a deep fear in myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Changeable emotions like emotions rapidly changing uh, or extreme emotional reactions.
Of course, there were emotionally reactions so much, changeable. My mind was changeable from negative side to positive side, from positive side to negative side, according to every angle, position
All
of
right.
every angle, my mind was changing.
All right.
There
Is
was
there
that stability.
lack of inner stability? Is there any specific uh, circumstance that you feel comfortable talking about? Maybe something that's happened recently that's fresh in your mind that brought on some of these symptoms?
Yes, of course. Uh, I, an inner power in myself is strangled by ego.
Yeah.
Is and how to say is don't allow an energy flowing in my chest area. There's a block in my chest area because of the power who was trying to strangle my ego.
Hmm. Can you say any more about that?
Of course, uh, that inner power grasped to my ego. Hold him very strongly. Holds him very strongly, and because he was hold it by strongly by the power, my ego feels very, how to say, very suppressed.
So a kind of an inner disciplinarian, or what the maybe what the Freudians would call superego, um, the voice that's trying to regulate your conduct and make you do what it thinks is the right thing,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
But it has strangled you and psychologically and caused a lot of inner conflict and mental and emotional uh, painful symptoms. Is that right?
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Those are right.
Right. Um, anything more you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, of course. Even it is no more strangle. He tries to strangle my ego. Oh, I am.
Okay. He tries to strangle your ego.
Yeah,
Is it the one that we called, is it still the one that we called in the beginning of your sessions?
it is. It is because of my ego's sexual orientation.
Okay.
Still the superego, still the superego, don't allow to act according to my sexual orientation and try to strangle it. If he strangle my ego, my that means my ego can't live according to his sexual orientation.
I see.
So this is a very powerful energy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna ask you too many questions about that because it's a very sensitive subject. But I think the viewers could read between the lines and understand that it's a powerful instinctive force that's um, has a lot of power and has a lot of ability to make the person suffer and make them miserable. Now, what I want you to do now, if you can, let me see how to approach this for just as an aside for the viewers. Uh, None of my sessions are scripted or really planned. I do these sessions spontaneously, and I have the gift of just knowing in the moment what's the right direction to take in a session. So give me just a moment of silence to think about this situation in my heart and decide how I want to proceed from here. All right. What we're going to do is we talked previously. You were saying, and I was saying during your last session when you brought up this problem that we could change your identity because the problems that you're having are based at root on who you believe you are. And this is the same for many people, probably maybe everybody, that when we're children, the parents and the society are not comfortable just letting us be our spontaneous selves because there are certain behaviors that are acceptable in society and certain behaviors that are unacceptable. And in the process that's called socialization, the parents teach the child in detail how to behave and how not to behave. And they are in almost every society. I don't know every society, but I think I'm under the impression that it's pretty much universal that in some way the parents are going to be critical of some of the behaviors and tendencies of the child. And this creates, through the process of socialization, it creates, excuse me, what the Freudians call superego or conscience, or a voice within that's basically telling the person how they should behave and how they should not behave. But in some people anyway, this creates extreme problems later on in adulthood, in the kind of experience that you're having of suffering by extreme inner conflict. So we don't get a chance in childhood to continue being spontaneous and authentic. And a lot of people completely lose touch with their natural spontaneity and their authentic selves because of this process. But in your case right now, and in a lot of cases like this, we'd like to be able to recover the authentic self, what the person authentically and spontaneously is. And so in some of our previous sessions, I asked you to create an inner voice that, as I remember, was intended to be a voice that knew everything there was to know about you, because not all that knowledge is accessible to the self as it's usually constructed with most people. So there's a great deal of uncertainty and lack of knowledge. And so we created this voice that knows everything there is to know about you. And believe me, this is possible. And it's possible because our deep nature and our deep self actually does know everything there is to know about us. So in reality, we're not really creating something that doesn't exist before, but we're creating, basically we're recreating the spontaneous identity, the authentic identity of the person. And I asked you to give this voice a name which was different from your actual name, which we're not saying in this session because of anonymity.
Okay.
But the voice, when I asked you to give this voice a name other than your own name, you gave the name Bilge. Bilge. This is it's a Turkish name. So I'm gonna use Bilge. I'm gonna ask to speak to Bilge. But before I do, I want you to. Oh no, I am gonna ask for Bilge first, and I'm going to ask Bilge to assist us in accessing your spontaneous, authentic identity. So, could I please now speak to, well, first, let me do it this way. Could I please speak to the protector controller? Who am I speaking to now?
I am protector controller.
All right, protector controller, would you be willing to let me speak to some other voices? Specifically, I want to speak to the voice of Bilge. Would you give your permission for that?
Yes, I give
All
permission.
right. Then could I please now speak to Bilge? Who am I speaking to now?
I am Bilge.
All right, Bilge, thank you. All right, Bilge, is it true that you have complete knowledge about this person? You know everything there is to know about him?
Yes, I do.
All right, very good. Now, I want you to describe this person's authentic self and the qualities that he has. Could you do that now?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
The actual identity of him is a free person, an intellectual, like to eat, like sexual pleasures, and a compassionate one.
Okay.
A big mind, a big heart.
Okay.
He is clever and he acts according to his wishes.
Okay.
He is not fear of everything. He's not fear of society, of social norms or family norms.
Okay.
So also he's stubborn. Also he has lacks, wishfulling lacks.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand. What? Say that again, please.
Also he's lucky
Lucky. Okay.
because he experienced wish-fulfilling blessings.
Wish fulfilling blessings.
Yes.
You said, right?
Yes.
What? Okay. He can. Let me try to translate that for English speaking people because it's not quite clear to me. Do you mean he's able to wish for things and get what he wants?
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So he's creative, and he's to use an American term. He's able to manifest things in his life quite easily. Go on. Tell me everything you know about this.
Yes. He's an artist.
Really, what kind of artist? I didn't know that.
He can work on calligraphy.
Okay.
And he can draw pictures.
Okay.
And he is very open-minded person. Very open-minded.
Okay.
He can excuse people.
Excuse people. What do you mean by that?
I mean, he can forgive and understand people.
All right, got you. Go on.
And he likes sensual pleasures and don't attach to them.
Okay. How does he like to have fun?
Good. No, there's no problem.
What does he like to do?
Because sensual pleasures are sensual pleasures, and we have it is bodily pleasures, but body is not bad.
Mm-hmm. What
They,
other what
they
other
know,
what other what other hobbies does he like to do? What other activities does he like to do?
walking.
Walking.
That's walking, reading, uh,
Mm-hmm.
watching videos, watching films, movies.
Mm-hmm. Is he afraid to go out in public?
Yeah,
No, I'm saying, is he afraid to go out on the street or in public? He is or he isn't?
yes. Be- Because I blocked to do what I say.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Can you ask me your question again?
Yeah. In the past, he has been sometimes afraid to go outside the house because he was
Yes.
having attacks and he was afraid of people. Is his authentic self afraid to go out because he's afraid of people?
No. It is never his authentic self.
Say that. Say it again. I couldn't
Yes.
quite.
No, he is not his authentic self.
That's not his authentic self. Okay. Okay. Go. Just tell me. Just go on until you're satisfied. You've described everything.
Yes. He can save his rights.
What do
He
you
can
mean by that?
he
Save his rights.
he can struggle for his rights
Okay.
to gain his rights.
Okay. I got you.
So he can speak freely in public.
Okay. Got it.
He can struggle for some maybe for politics.
Mm-hmm.
He can struggle for politics reasons.
Political reasons.
Yes, political reasons, and he can act according to his potential. He can manifest his potential freely.
I got you. I got you.
That is meaning of life.
What would he like to do ideally? What would his purpose or his job be if he was able to do exactly uh, what's according to his nature?
His authentic nature is to work as an academic.
Academic teaching.
Yes.
What I'm just curious. What subject? History, philosophy? What would he be best to do?
Psychology.
Psychology. I got you. Okay. Bilge, you go on I'm going to let you go on until you tell me
Okay.
that you're satisfied or finished.
Okay. Do you want me to speak more?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want you to speak until you're finished.
Okay.
Until you've said everything you want to
Okay.
say.
Okay. His authentic self is courageous.
Courageous. Okay.
Courageous.
Got it.
Being a free person.
Got it.
To criticize dogmas, to criticize norms, religious or heavenly or worldly norms.
Mm-hmm.
He's not afraid of death.
That's a big one.
Yes. I will say again, he can manifest his all potentials.
I got it.
He can exist by letting him to manifest like a flower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And he can live alone.
Mm-hmm.
He can be in peace with himself.
Right.
And
Dependent on
he can
other people's opinions or not?
not. No, he is not dependent on other people's opinions, and he can experience his sexuality freely.
I got it. Is that all? Is that
Yes, that is all.
all right? Now, give me a minute to think about what the next move should be, because like I say, none of this is planned.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I have to wait. I have to wait until my wisdom tells me exactly what to do. So, Bilge, we created you some while ago, months ago. I don't remember how long. Sometime within the last year, to know all about this person, and obviously you do know a lot, everything, probably everything, and you've described his authentic self. So, um, I would like to ask you, are you willing to take all these qualities that you've described and make them a part of yourself?
Yes, I do.
All right. So, Bilge, you are the authentic, spontaneous self of this person. I want you, and now, um, let me think carefully, because, um, to be honest with you, I've never done it exactly this way before. So this is a total, um, unique creation. This is the first time that this has ever been done, as far as I know. I've never heard of anybody doing this before. So let me again think about exactly how I want to do this. Could I please now speak to the self? And when I say the self, I mean, the identity that is represented or has been taken to be the self of this person, whose name I'm not mentioning for confidentiality reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But could I please speak to the self now? Who
I
am I?
am
You
I am Seth, or
okay?
my name is Köle.
Okay, Kule.
Köle.
Okay, all right. Okay. Um, would you be willing and able to merge, unite, take in to yourself Bilge and all the qualities that we have invested in Bilge? Would you be willing or able to merge with him, unite with him, or not?
Yes, I will to merge him.
Okay.
I will be
and
united with him.
all right. And tell me the name that you mentioned a few minutes ago. What was that?
I said köle, but now I say özgür. Köle means slave, özgür means free.
Uzgur. Uzgur. So
Özgür.
Uzgur. Okay. So now you and Bilge are pretty much the same voice. And this is the identity of the self. Do you agree?
Yes.
All right. That's it. That's it. There's no further process that's necessary. It doesn't take a long time. It doesn't happen gradually. It's done. There's no more that needs to be done.
Oh,
It is
I
it's finished.
yes. I feel some energy on my skin.
Say whatever you want.
My skin. The hairs of my skin are upright.
Uh,
Yeah. I feel free. There is energy in myself, in my chest area.
mm-hmm.
So I strongly believe that I have changed. I have been changed with this
All right.
work.
All right. Very well. I will check with you again in a few days or a week and see how you're getting along. I firmly believe that this change is permanent and that you will never go back to that old suffering self again.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I think I should end the session there. And thank you very much for participating. And we'll talk again later in a few days or a week. Okay.
Okay.
All right. See you. Bye bye.
See you.